Hi folks, and welcome to another episode of It's Always Beeroclock. I'm Simon.
And I'm Mark, and behind the camera we have sidekick Dave.
Well Mark, we're here today in Marrickville, outside Wildflower.
I believe they've got an interesting brewing process here, so let's go and check it out.
Excellent.
The taproom has a real vintage feel, enhanced by the extensive display of wooden barrels and the vintage brew house consisting of an antique copper kettle, wooden mash tun and traditional copper cool ship used for cooling and inoculating the brew. But before learning more about the place, we really needed to try a selection of their old style beers. Our friendly bartender Jacob took a lot of care in the pouring and presentation of the beer, as well as being very happy to share his extensive knowledge of the brews on offer.
Well, we're here at Wildflower in Marrickville with Mish, who is the head of hospitality. Good afternoon, Mish.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks. Now, we've been here a couple of times before, and the beers are a lot different here than what you'd get at your average brewery in the inner west. Can you tell us, firstly, before we go into the philosophy of the brewery, what's the history of the place?
Yeah, sure. So the brewery was started by two couples, Topher and his wife Bernadette, and then her sister Emily and her husband Chris. So Toph had been making beer for some time. He worked at Flat Rock Brew Cafe, he worked at Batch.
Oh, yep.
And it was very much in the time when the beer was kind of a arms race to the biggest, booziest, hoppiest thing possible. And they actually, tale goes, we're at a brewery in America called Jester King in Texas, and Benny really liked the beer, and Toph thought maybe I could try and make some beer that she would like. So started experimenting, and also very much inspired by like lambic tradition and Belgian beer and all of that history. But wanting to create a sense of place in terms of not just making fake Belgian beer in Australia, making something that has some connection to the land and the flora, particularly, so it was relevant to where we are in the world. So started playing with wild juice derived from wild flowers and created our culture, and which all of our beers are fermented with, which is pretty unique to anyone else in Australia, as far as I understand.
Well, no, I think so. I've been to Belgium and I've tried that lambic and Gurza beers and that sort of thing over there. I know that they use natural wild yeast, but I don't know if they collect them from flowers.
No, so they use cool ships, so they let wild juice from the air inoculate their beer, which we do play with once a year for a beer we make with mountain culture called Village, but predominantly everything is fermented with our house culture.
Okay. All right, so it's an interesting philosophy. What are the are there plans for the future of the brewery? Like you've recently sort of got Mountain Culture in here as a sort of a co-host at the tap room here.
Yeah, we have a business extension of a personal friendship between Topher and Benny's wife and DJ and Harriet. And works well for us in terms of being able to offer a bit more of a range of products to appeal to a broader group of people. Not necessarily everyone loves delicious mixed culture barrel aged beer, which is fair enough. So it just means we can present a bit more of like a rounded hospitality offering, gives Mountain Culture somewhere to have their products down here, and they're showing some of our products up there. And we're just going to keep plugging, keep trying to be the best place to drink beer in Australia. That's the goal.
Well, it's a unique offering, and I guess at this stage you've cornered the market in this style of beer. Thanks for talking to us, Mish.
No worries.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we're here at Wildflower in Marrickville with Andrew. G'day, Andrew.
How are you?
Pretty good, mate. Have you been to Wildflower before?
Yes. I discovered about 5 or 6 years ago
Okay.
when I discovered sour beers.
All right. And you've had sour beers at other breweries, I take it.
I have, yes.
Yep. But you keep coming back to Wildflower?
Keep coming back because they're interesting.
Yeah. And what are you having today?
Oh, this is St Phoebe's, the 24 version.
Right.
Yeah, St Phoebe's.
St Phoebe's, okay. And that was made with plums, was that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And how do you find it?
It's actually quite nice. It's sour that I like.
Yeah.
It's sort of different than using, the souring things in brewing. It's because they use natural yeasts. And
Natural yeast, yeah, that's right.
It's different, and that's why I like it.
It's interesting and unique.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Okay, we're here at Wildflower with Steve and Pat. Now, guys, have you been here to Wildflower before?
Oh, I haven't, but Steve has.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a couple of things I like, just the it's very different in the beer that they do here.
Yeah.
And I like a sour, but I also like the fact they've got an old turntable there and they play vinyl.
Okay. Well, actually, we've been pretty impressed with the music selection here.
Yeah.
Steve, what are you having today?
I'm having the Good as Gold blend.
Okay. Yeah, actually, we've just tried that one. What do you think?
I like it. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Not much more to say at the moment. I mean, I only just started it, but it's a nice beer. As I said, I like something different than just your standard XPAs and things like. Even though they're great because we just came from filter.
Okay.
So,
That's why I'm so chatty.
yeah, but it's good beer. Like it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And Pat, what are you trying?
What's this one again?
You've got the St Phoebe.
The St Phoebe.
Oh,
So it's got plum in it as well as the citrusy. It's really beautiful. It's really nice.
So are you into your sour beers, Pat?
I'm generally not a beer drinker at all, but some sours I do like, particularly when they're not too sour. So this one's kind of a bit sweet and sour, which is really pleasant. It's really nice.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to us and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thanks,
cheers.
guys.
All right, we're here at Wildflower in Marrickville with Casey. Good afternoon, Casey.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm very well, mate. What are you drinking there?
St. Phoebe's.
St. Phoebe, okay, and how do you find it?
It's interesting. I think it's new, and normally I was coming in here for a Boilermaker, but you know what? I'll try this one, and seems like it's a good taste.
Okay, so you've been to Wildflower before?
Yeah, well, about once a month usually, when we have time on Friday before we pick up the little one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're into your sour beers?
Yeah, usually yes. Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thanks.
Cheers. We're here at Wildflower in Marrickville with Rachel
and Austin
and Declan.
That's right.
So Rachel, you've been here before?
Yes, have been here before. Really enjoy it. This is probably one of my favourite breweries in the area.
Okay, and what are you drinking today, Rachel?
The St. Phoebe. So I like the fruitiness and it's just probably one of my favourite beers actually. We used to be members, so this is one of the best.
All right, and Austin.
Yes.
What are you having today?
I think this is the Amber. It's nice. It's a bit malty, a bit darker. That's kind of what I like. I'm probably a Guinness drinker, so this is as close as I get here. But no, it's good. Really good.
Okay. So you like your sour beers?
Yes. Yeah. But I like the way Wildflower does them rather than the typical sour beer. Yeah.
No, it's a very unique way that they produce the beers here, isn't it?
Yeah. I think people need to come prepared when they taste a Wildflower beer, because if you're on a brewery tour, it might throw off your taste buds. But
start your brewery crawl here and then go elsewhere. Don't come here after 8 beers because you won't understand it.
That's right.
You won't get it.
It's not your typical beer flavoured beer.
No. Which is why I like it. I'm probably not a huge beer drinker. I prefer wine normally, and so I like the mix that I get.
It's got a very much an artisanal feel about it.
And the whole vibe in this actual brewery is really nice.
All right, nice talking to you. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, we've had a fantastic time this afternoon here at Wildflower Brewing in Marrickville. Mark, what did you think of the venue?
I thought the venue was great, Simon. Actually, the place is lined with wooden barrels. There's some very maybe antique brewing equipment, I guess you could say. They're playing great music. The place has got a really good vibe.
And what did you think of the beers?
Well, the beers were interesting, I guess you could say. It's a sort of unique brewing style that they employ here. So they use a very unique fermentation method here, where they collect natural yeast from New South Wales wildflowers and activate the beer using those natural yeasts. So the beer is not your typical beer. It's not beer flavoured beer, but it's really interesting. I suppose it's more akin to wine than beer in a way. I tried anyway the Dreamin' wheat beer, the Good as Gold, the Gold Blend, the St. Phoebe, which had sun plums in it. I tried the Hive, which had honeycomb in it, and I tried the Amber Blend. And I'd say of all of those, the St. Phoebe with the plums was my favourite.
Excellent. And Dave, what did you think of the venue?
Oh, I love what they've done. It was apparently an old metalworks, and so they've kept that whole corrugated iron, and as Mark suggested, against the backdrop of the barrels, it has both that rustic feel but also a sense of coziness as well. I thought it was really good what they've done, and they've repurposed a lot of things. So the old timber benches and the tables, great feel in the venue.
And the beers?
Well, I tried a similar range of beers as Mark tried, and I agree. There's a certain style that will, I think, change depending on the batch that they're using. Probably towards more of the sours, but not every beer is sour. My favourite was definitely the Phoebe.
St. Phoebe.
So, you're right, the St. Phoebe that had the plums coming through. So that would probably be my favourite of the beers. Yourself, Simon?
Yeah, well, the venue first. You're absolutely right, both of you. It's definitely not your typical warehouse, even though it is a warehouse. They've done a great job with it to make it, cozy and comfortable, and feeling like a nice place to have a few beers, which is what we did. And I had similar beers to you guys, and my favourites were the Amber Ale and the St. Edward Montepulciano. Whoa! I'm not saying that again. And that doesn't happen every day, folks.
Well, until next time, folks, remember,
it's always Beeroclock.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
G'day, folks, and I believe they've got an interesting brewing process here, so let's go and check it out.
Excellent. Wow.
That'll have to do.
That's pretty good.
That'll have to do. We'll be here all day.